Hey, Julie Roussel here. Hey, welcome and thanks for joining in on this wacky Wednesday where you never know what the topic's going to be or if things are running on time or if technology doesn't function properly, but that's the way it rolls sometimes. So hey, welcome and thanks for joining in, whether you are popping in live right now or you are catching on the replay. I'm glad that you could pop in and make it for a little bit of kitchen conversation. So as always, if you hear something that resonates with you or that you find valuable, leave me a hey or shout. Feel free to drop a comment or answer the question that I ask in the quote below, in the comment thread below. I'd honestly love to hear your thoughts on that. Share the video with anyone you think it might help, and PM me if you have questions or want to hear more. I'm always happy to share the things that I'm learning, and I hope that they help you. So hey, I see if you are joining in, but I'm not seeing anything across my screen. So I apologize if I am not welcoming you, but like I said, I'm not getting a whole lot on my end. I don't know why things aren't functioning properly, but just do me a favor and let me know that you popped in. I'd appreciate it, because like I said, I am seeing that there are people popping in up here on my screen, but I'm not seeing who they are. So I love to say hey when you pop in, because it's not like we run into each other all the time. So just do me a favor and let me know that you did. Or like I said, if you have a if you're answering the question that I asked in the live video, so hopefully you have a quote or a part you'd like to pop in there. So hey, hello Jamie. Wow, someone actually popped through. I don't know what I had to do or what you did, but hey, good to see you, lady. Hope all is well on your end. Hello Aunt Judy, Happy New Year to you and the family. It's so good to see you. Hey Lynn, nice to see you, lady. I think I can wave at people properly, I think. Oh gosh, and hopefully I don't screw this one up, let me tell you. Give me technology, and I might happen to bump the phone on the way, but maybe things are functioning properly. So welcome, and I'm gonna go on and ask the question for the night. So, what was your, I forgot part of it too. Isn't that the way it always works? And I do have notes, by the way, so if I am not noticing you as you pop in right away, I apologize. I do peek at them, and I might miss you all along the way. So just leave me a hey, I'd appreciate that. So for the movie Groundhog Day, well, have you ever seen it? You know, would you answer a yes or no? And who or what was your favorite quote or part in the movie Groundhog Day? And believe me, there is a reason that I ask. And it happens to be coming up pretty soon here. This weekend, if you happen to be in the education profession or in a lot of meteorological professions, you know that Groundhog Day is popping up this weekend. And, everyone will be tuning in to Punxsutawney Phil and whether he's going to predict 6 more weeks of winter or an early spring. And what is your prediction, by the way? I mean, I know my prediction is always going to be I want some summer, but maybe yours is a little different. So with all the hype about Groundhog Day and Punxsutawney Phil, you might also notice on some of the channels, some of the cable channels as well, you might be seeing a Groundhog Day marathon. Or if you happen to have AMC, I can tell you for certain that they are having a Groundhog Day marathon. And over the years, I had really never seen the movie, never watched the whole thing from start to finish. And I'd only caught maybe just a few snatches here and there, a few little tidbits that I thought were hilarious. And it wasn't on my list of ones I absolutely had to see, although it wasn't the worst one either. So one Groundhog Day weekend, just by a stroke of luck, I managed to catch the whole movie. And I'll be honest, it was funny. I laughed a lot. And some of the things that happened to Bill Murray, some of the things that he did in this movie, I literally just couldn't stop laughing, like watching the groundhog saying, "Don't drive angry," So, that just kind of sticks with you. And if you're not familiar with the movie, Bill Murray plays Phil, who is a weatherman who heads to Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. And during the time that he's there to catch the groundhog's prediction, he's caught in an endless loop of the same thing every day. Every day is Groundhog Day starting at 6 a.m. And if you happen to hear the song that I started out with today, It's also from the movie, and I bet you know which one that is. Take a listen if you want to pop back on the replay when it's posted. So anyways, during that time, Bill Murray as Phil, the weatherman, he was caught in an endless loop, the same thing every stinking day. And he said he lived that day, hundreds and thousands of times. And at first, it was really fun to have the same day with pretty much no consequences over and over again. But over time, he started to feel trapped, stuck, frustrated, helpless, as well as bored. And, those days in the loop were never really different. They were the same people, the same location, the same event. And he eventually realized through the movie that in order to break free of that time loop, he had to start getting things right. You ever feel like you're stuck in that endless repeating loop some days? Anyone got their hand? Totally. Some days. And, the same old, predictable. And I can relate to that because I've felt that way too. And there are some times that you decide that you have had enough and that you're fed up with that revolving door, that circus. And you want to grab the opportunity to break out and just run with it. Now, for me, my opportunity to break out was a work from home opportunity for a dermatological company. And I had to relearn a lot of skills during that time and work hard and take a lot of steps outside my comfort zone. And thanks to that opportunity, I was able to break out of my own loop. And I've noticed that the same thing has also happened to my son based on watching me try to step out of mine. And I've noticed that just by breaking out and trying something new, you're happier, you're more confident, and you feel like you're moving in a positive direction, that your life is more exciting, that you wake up with that just different, excited mindset every day, not, oh God, same old every day. Great. And that kind of attitude and mindset also helps make a difference in people's lives. It helps them break free because they have the confidence from seeing someone else achieve the same thing. And that's extremely rewarding and fun. And like I said, my son has noticed a lot of benefits from just doing the same thing. Sorry, I gotta flip my notes here because things just don't always work the way that you want. Right? Isn't that the way it goes? And, a lot of people think that it's not possible to break out of a loop or something that you're not enjoying. But I would say on my end, it's made all the difference. Oops, sorry about that. And you can break out of yours too. So like I said, for those that are popping in, I don't always see you, and I noticed that I keep seeing the numbers pop across the screen, but I don't see any of the rest of it. So I don't know if things are lagging or who knows what, or if there's some adjustment that I need to make technologically. If anyone has any suggestions, I'd appreciate that. But otherwise, hey, let me know that you popped in. I'd appreciate it. Or even just leave a like if you heard something that you can relate to. So if you did hear something that you can relate to or that you find valuable, leave me some love. A hey, a like. Ask questions, answer the question if you can in the thread on your favorite part of or quote from Groundhog Day. Share the video with anyone you think it might help. And PM me if you have questions or want to hear a few ways that you can break out of your Groundhog Day loop. Things that would challenge you. I don't know everything, but I can pass on what I've learned and what's worked for me. So Groundhog Day, the movie, Bill Murray becomes stuck in a time loop revolving just around Groundhog Day, February 2nd. And hey friends, I noticed a few more watching. Like I said, thanks for popping in. I'm sorry I didn't welcome you. Give me a hey. Back to where I was because I'm easily distracted. But with this endless revolving Groundhog Day loop, the groundhog sees a shadow. And the novelty of that loop at first is great, but after a while it wears off and it becomes a prison for him. He's stressed, helpless, angry, frustrated, and only by being willing to break out, to grab that chance to be happy, to move forward, does he learn how to break out of that endless loop. So if you're stuck and feeling like you're riding around in your own Groundhog Day loop, the same old, you can break out of it too. I can tell you from my own experience that it's not easy. Not in the least. But just taking that chance to be happy is worth every bit of the effort. So the next time you see one of those Groundhog Day movie clips and you feel that your life is a lot like Phil's, just remember, you have the power to break that loop if you really want to. And that's the key. Happy Groundhog Day. I'll catch you later.